right? Listen, right? I'm gonna say it again. If you're not working on yourself, you're a slave to whatever it is that you're working on. Why you think it's called inner work? Why you think it's called shadow work? Because it's work. You feel me? It's things that you're doing to level up. You're investing in yourself. I mean, as you should. But when you win this 9-to-5s, you win this careers, they add all this additional status and motherfucking labels and things that is imaginary. They don't mean nothing, right? The only value they have is agreed upon value that we added. You understand? We meaning society. So if you don't go internally and create your inner reality, you'll never have what you want. You can never even have what you want regardless. Because the only thing that you can get is not what you want, it's what you are internally. The feelings and emotions that trigger you, the things that mold you, you understand? You could become anyone at any given moment. People tend to not understand the infinite power of the mind. The whole world is mind. Everything that you see in this world was worked upon through the mind. It was born in here, you understand? And we all have access to that. But what they did was they divided us, right? They made us work for our identity, make us work for our culture. They make us work for our race. They make us work for our friends. But it's bullshit. It's all boxes. They're all putting us in boxes so that we refrain from evolving. So we refrain from escaping that box and being anything at any given moment, because you can. Of course, you have you seen those, like, for example, right? Have you seen those people that get like brain or head injuries, and then I don't know where they know how to play the piano, or they'll wake up with knowledge of a new language? You've seen that before? It's because we have access to infinite consciousness. What does that mean, right? Your consciousness is your awareness. What are you aware of? If you're aware of the internal damage that was done to you as a child, because we all have inherent trauma. Think about it. Our parents worked, right? Back to the work topic. Everything is a workplace. Everywhere you go, there's a workplace going on, whether it's between friends, helping each other, parents raising a child, at the actual workplace, everything is work, right? Your parents worked to raise you for a world that doesn't exist. The world that they knew ceased to exist. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new world. You feel what I'm saying? So now you out here with tools and skills and instincts that don't serve you. And now you start to resent. Now you stuck. You feel me? Generally speaking, right? So what I'm trying to get at is that there's a lot of unlearning that needs to be done. We all need to hit zero. We all got to be neutral, right? Because if you're moving forward from a low level of manifestation, you're only going to continue to have the bare minimum. Like you could have anything. Literally anything that you can possibly create in your mind can be birthed into this reality. It's simple. It's simple. And like there's very few things that separates you from me. It's very few things. We all have the same inherent core. We're all born at zero. Every single one of us in this world, we're born with nothing. Mentally, right? Emotionally. We were all trained and programmed and conditioned to answer the social cues, to assign value to money. This is all illusions, all of it, 100%. You could create your own culture if you wanted to. And look at the word culture, right? Look at the word culture. What are the first 4 letters in the word culture? C-U-L-T, cult. Cult. What is a cult, right? You already know what a cult is. You know what a cult leader is. I'm sure you watch the shows, you watch the media. Of course you do. You feel me? It's the programming. What I'm trying to get at is that if you refuse to work on yourself, you will continue to be a slave. It's that simple. You're a slave to your passions. You're a slave to your thoughts. You're a slave to your feelings. You're a slave to wanting to be something. Why do you want to be something so badly? Why? Why do you add value to these things? Right? Because you were told to. You were programmed to. Because when you was a child, everything was beautiful, right? Everything was magical. Like at any given moment, anything is possible, right? That's what we got to get back to, right? Alan Watts calls it infinite consciousness. And basically what he states is that at one point in time, we cannot separate the self from everything else. It was one whole. We were whole. That's the whole point, to become whole. Do you understand? Look at the train. Damn, I love New York. Right? So I say all of that to say this, right? You gotta choose yourself, right? There's people out here talking about ops, talking about enemies, right? You know who the enemy is? Your friends and family. And why? Why? Because they expect you to be someone. The only expectation they have of you is to be who you've always been, right? Sure, they want what's best for you and they'll support you in your endeavors, shit like that. But at the end of the day, they're working on themselves. That's that. How can they give you more than they give themselves? It's impossible. Those are the real enemies. The people that put you in a box, right? Why you think your fucking phone is a square? Why you think TV is a fucking square? Doors, windows, these are all created to maintain you in a box. The top of a square, the top of a box is a square or rectangular, right? Just 4 lines, right? We're trapped. We're straight up trapped, and it's been fed into us from the very beginning. It's insane, right? If you're not working on yourself, you are a slave to whatever you're working on. Self-awareness is the key. You can only manifest from the level of awareness. I don't give a fuck how badly you want something, it does not matter. How hard you try to manifest something, it does not matter. If you manifesting from a low level of awareness and you don't understand what triggers you, what motivates you, you don't understand what it is that the fucking the formula that suits you, because it's fucking crazy, right? Talking about work, we're in school is work, right? They put 30 whatever students in the classroom, right? And they teach all of them one way. What the fuck? That's retarded. There's 30 people in that room, right? 30 kids. You know what that means? There's 30 languages. There's 30 individual and unique levels of awareness and consciousness. And they all need to be fed and motivated a completely different way. You understand? Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy because we running in circles. They got us running in circles. They only give you half truths. In this world, you only get half. How can I prove that? For the simple fact that the concept of opposites exists, right? How can you have happy without sad? You cannot. How can you have sound without silence? You cannot. You understand? You need both concepts to complete the whole. How the fuck can you have man without woman? You cannot. You understand? They're 2 pieces of the same whole, yin and yang. Our ultimate goal is to unite, to become whole, right? It's not about the yin or the yang. It's about the entire circle, unity. That's what it boils down to. Simple. What separates you from me? Like I said earlier, nothing separates you from me. Because at the end of the day, we both human beings. That's the only race that exists. If you think about it. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, I'm talking my shit. I hope this shit made some type of sense. This is my first video. I love y'all. Straight up and down, 360 all around. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's get to work. Let's get to work.